Ever feel like you can't breathe? Does the water feel too deep? Lie awake 'cause you can't sleep without it. Ever feel like you're alone when you're lost but you're already home? Lie awake 'cause you can't dream without it. It's gonna be alright.
Okay, everybody, so I'm here with my daughter Lexi now, and again, I just wanted to take some time to give you guys some insight into what it was like for my kids while I was suffering with breast implant illness. So when I got my implants, it was 2015, and Lexi was 6. So Lex, do you remember when I got my implants?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay. Do you remember when I started to feel sick? Because I didn't feel sick. I mean, I had some symptoms right away, but nothing that you would have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started feeling physically ill all the time, you noticed that?
Yeah.
What kind of things did you notice?
You would cry,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, in your book, you said, that you would, lie, yeah, I'm okay.
Right.
And because you didn't want us to know what pain you're going through.
Mm-hmm. And I really wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it scary for you to see me sick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I looked up on my iPod what breast implant illness is, and it said that it can cause cancer or
Mm-hmm.
some cancer, and I got scared because when you were sad, I thought that you were gonna pass away.
Okay, that is scary, right? What kind of things did I do when I was sick? So before I got my implants, I did my bodybuilding, and I was always at the gym, and we were always doing things. What was it like after I had my implants and I wasn't feeling well? What was I like?
You were sad,
Mm-hmm.
and you would cry, and you would just not be the same.
Did I want to go out?
No.
Do anything? No. I like to stay home.
Yeah.
And sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Was it hard because when I spoke with Maddie, she was saying that you guys a lot of times had to make your own dinner and kind of do things for yourself? Do you remember having to do that?
Yeah, I remember once we were me and Maddie were doing something on the couch, and we were Mom, can you make us some dinner? And you were just I remember you were your eyes were teary for some reason, and you were just really tired, so we had to do stuff by ourselves sometimes.
Yeah. Did you notice anything different from when I left to have surgery to when I came home? Was I different right away after getting my implants out?
You were working on it, getting bigger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to the gym more often, and you were always happy, and you weren't crying as much, and you didn't really fall asleep that much.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel really good that you were feeling better.
That's good. I'm so glad. Thank you. And what about my face? Did my face get better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your face got much better.
Yeah.
Now it's clearer, and you have products to help your face.
Yeah. And I don't have to sit with ice packs on my face at night anymore. Remember when I used to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to say?
No, just be brave and be confident in yourself, and just love who you are, and don't change.
That's right. Awesome. I love you.
I love you too.
Do you remember when I got my implants?
Kind of, because I was really young.
You were how old?
I think 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when you came in the door, I came in the door with Grandma, you were like you didn't look okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was normal, because never seen
Just
anyone
had
with
surgery.
implants before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, it's okay. It's the normal.
Right.
And then I was helping you because you couldn't bend over. And stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, so you remember. So
That's
after
good.
I got my implants, which was in 2015, again, Maddie was 9, and I was 35? 35. I think I was 35. Did I start acting differently right away?
Kind of. You seem more depressed, kind of.
Depressed right away?
Mhm.
Okay.
Almost like there was like a big change kind of thing, and it was just like different.
Just not myself?
Yeah, like you weren't yourself. Like I feel like when we would go to like cheer games and stuff. Like I mean, of course you were like happy for us and stuff, but you almost just like different than you were now, like this year.
Yeah.
So
when I really started feeling physically sick, what was that like? How was I different than normal mom?
Well, like I remember my friends were always like, "Oh, you know, we're going out to family dinner," but we would never do that because mom wasn't okay. Like I remember I would go over to dad and I would be like, "Can we go out to dinner with like these people or whatever?" And he'd be like, "No, because your mom doesn't feel like going out." And I remember I'd get really sad because all my friends were going out.
And you love to go out.
But I couldn't.
Right.
All you want to do is be home, and I don't like to be home.
Right. I didn't feel well enough to go out, and I was very anxious, and I didn't like to leave the house. Right. So I'm sorry for that.
It's okay.
So was it hard for you when I was sick? What was it like? I mean, okay, so I wasn't feeling well, and what did I know what I did all the time. Do you know what I did all the time when I was sick, not feeling well? What was I like?
Cry.
I cried all the time, that's true. Wasn't what I was thinking, but that's true.
What were you thinking?
I slept all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd be on the couch.
Like every night at like 5 or 6, like as soon as you get home from work, you'd make dinner. And like if we needed help with homework or whatever, you'd be like on the couch cuddled up in a blanket.
Were you scared when I wasn't feeling well? When you saw that mommy was scared, did that make you scared?
Just a little, because like every kid goes like they try to follow after their parents' footsteps or whatever. And if you were sad, I take after you. So I was sad a little bit.
So you almost picked up on the sad vibes.
And then like when you told me that you were like gonna explant, I was like I was a little confused at first. And then you told us like everything that was going on and stuff. And I was like, oh.
You took my next question. So I was gonna say, what did you think when I told you I was getting my implants taken out?
I was a little confused.
Okay.
On like why, and then I was like in the car and I was like, well, like what are like how come you're getting them taken out? And you're like, because they're making me sick, and that's the whole reason I've been like not okay.
Did that make sense to you?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, like it clicked.
Right. Was mommy like a crazy woman researching on the internet and looking at Nicole's website and...
Yeah, you were always like, I'm on my support group. I'm on my support group.
Those are my girls. Okay, so then that's right. When I had my explant surgery, so I only had my implants for 3 years, and so I was 38 when I had them taken out, and you were 12. And you said you were a little confused when I was going to have the surgery, and then so I had the surgery, right? And I came home, and what was different between when I came home from getting my implants in to when I came home after getting them out? Did you notice
Well, it was funny because both times we came home with grandma.
Right.
And we like the night before, I think it was, when you were in the hotel with dad, you FaceTimed us and you like seemed like happier, like you were like, of course you were ready to come home.
Right.
But you were like excited to like see us all. And when when you got home from your surgery, when you actually got them in, you didn't even get off the couch to say hi. You were kind of like, hi. Like on the couch. But when we got home, like after you got them taken out, you actually got off the couch and said hello. And we brought you home all those gifts and stuff.
Right. And I remember grandma saying when I was on the phone with you guys, you seem so full of life. Right?
Yeah.
So okay. So fast forward, now I'm 10 months, I think. 10 months surgery. My surgery, I'll be 1 year post surgery on May 4th of 2019. So what's different about me now compared to, say, a year ago?
You want to make this video?
Okay. Why do I want to make the video?
because you want to spread the word.
That's right. Spread the word.
And tell people to not put implants in yourself.
That's right.
Or those foreign objects or whatever.
Any foreign objects, especially implants. What's different about me now? Do I sleep on the couch?
Not as much.
Not as much? Okay.
Well, like during the day, not as much.
Right.
Like you're not as like tired and zoned out. And you help us with homework, and we go out more, and you make dinner more, because it used to be just like, having to like make chicken nuggets in the oven or something.
Right, you have to kind of fend for yourselves, right? Yeah, that was rough. Was that rough to have to kind of assume some of those mom roles? Right? So you would say that I'm pretty different now that I've had my implants out?
Yeah.
Yeah, full of life, ready to live again?
Yeah, happier.
Happier. That's good. I don't cry all the time anymore?
No.
That's good. What have you learned through my journey?
I've learned just to love yourself and know that God, He made you just the size and the way you are for a reason, and you're worth it because everyone is.
Because you're enough, right? Just the way you are?
Yep. And you don't need to change for your parents or your friends or a boy you like or your boyfriend or whatever, girlfriend. And if they say to you like, oh, you're too flat-chested or whatever, just don't listen to them. Don't go anywhere near them because they're not a good friend or whatever. And because if they can't treat you or love you for who you are, then that's a fake person.
That's right.
And they're not worth it, your time.
What would you say if there's other teenagers out there whose mom is going through an illness because of her implants and they're feeling scared? What would you say to them?
I would say, be there for your mom, because she'll need it. And if she's feeling sad, tell her that if she's sad, that, she can always go to you, if she needs someone to talk to, or you can always talk to her about stuff. And
would you tell them it's going to be okay?
Yeah, it's going to be okay. Tell them that, they're beautiful and they don't need implants to prove that.
That's right.
Even if they're a bodybuilder and, all the other girls have big boobs, you don't need them.
Right.
So.
All right, perfect. How about if there's a mom out there who's scared because she's got kids and she's scared to have the surgery? Is it going to be okay for her too? Yeah.
Because God is always with you.
That's right.
He does things for a reason, I believe. So, you'll make it through. Just breathe. Try not to get all worked up because that doesn't do any good.
That's right. And you're going to be okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.